My name is Serina and I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and a plethora of comorbidities that come along with that. EDS is genetic, so I was born with it, but it didn't present strongly until I was about 10, 11, although I've had minuscule symptoms and random things since birth. So my type, I have classical Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So there's 13 subtypes, and they range in severity and rarity. I have I'm about 1 in 20,000, and mine affects my skin anywhere. So connective tissue is essentially the glue that holds your body together. So I lack that. So my skin is super stretchy and soft and silky, and my joints dislocate, so I would say like up to 20 times a day. And it affects my GI system, my heart, all of my organs are stretchy, like my skin and joints. I'm very hypermobile, and again, I've had since birth. We knew that my stomach was stretchy before my diagnosis, but they didn't know why. The GI doctor had never seen anything like that. And all the puzzle pieces fit together. It took 4 years to be diagnosed, though, since symptom onset. So I was an ambassador in 2019, and health-wise, I've gotten physically stronger, and still plugging along with school, and finally going to be starting university and getting my adult life on track. My schooling is going to take about 15 years because I am doing an undergrad in biomedical science and going on to medical school and going to become a doctor. I loved spreading awareness for my condition because I don't think there's been an ambassador with EDS, so that was cool to educate on a broader spectrum of chronic illnesses and disabilities, because I'm chronically ill, but it causes a disability, so it's kind of a 2-in-1. I like doing the teleconference before the telethon, just answering those questions, and it brought me out of my comfort zone, and more, like I have social anxiety, which is funny, but I was comfortable in a social audience and people watching. It just helped my comfort zone. Not all disabilities are visible. Now, without my mobility aids and all of my braces, I do not look like I have any chronic illness or disability. But if you see my port, if you see my braces that I usually have on, I'm in my wheelchair. One day I'll be using my wheelchair, and the other I'll be walking with my cane, sometimes with a walker, sometimes I can't do either. So it's just a spectrum, and disability isn't one size fit all in any means, and neither is chronic illnesses. I wouldn't be able to get up to my bedroom if it weren't for Easter Seals and all of the sponsors, because they funded my stair lift, and I had to sleep in a hospital bed on our main floor for months before I got that. And it's still up and running, and my disabled dog also loves riding it because he can't do stairs, and it's just been such a blessing for all of us. It's still up and running, and I've had it, oh my goodness, 8 years? Probably around 8 years. So it's gotten me up and down the stairs and gained independence, like all of my mobility aids and devices.